When I was playing football, my mother, she said, ¿Sabes qué, mijito? No juegues americano. Don't play because something bad is going to happen to you. Since the age of 4 or 5, I remember loving American football. I think the contact was what drew me to the sport, the helmets, the shoulder pads. I was always the big kid. At home, on the block, at church, at school, everywhere. My parents moved to South Texas in order to give us a better life. I was always between Mexico and South Texas. I'm Mexican, I'm Mexican-American, I'm American-Mexican. I mean, I'm Latino. When I was playing football and I would have people really close to me say, hey, stop it. You will never have your shot. When the speeches stopped is when I got a football scholarship to Tec de Monterrey. My junior year of college, I actually got an invitation for an open tryout for NFL Europe. And that morning, my truck was broken down, so I picked up my girlfriend's car, my wife now, and I picked up our running back, Balin, and I picked up Taza, which was a defensive lineman. When we got to a ramp, I didn't notice that there was a trailer coming. It pretty much ran over the hood of the car. The only thing that was intact was where we were sitting. At first, it was like, oh my God, this is not my car. So I'm in big trouble. So I called her and I said, hey, I just crashed. And she said, go to your tryout, because if you don't go, you'll never know. And I called the coach. He's like, son, fix your problems. I'll be here waiting for you. So when I got there, I guess the adrenaline was pumping. So he put me through some quick feet drills. And he said, you're in. And I was on my way to Tampa Bay. I had a great training camp. I was playing really well. And they gave you a seal letter where it stated if you made it and if you didn't. I opened up my letter and it said Berlin Thunder. Living in Germany was weird because I was coming from Mexico. The food was different. You're like, okay, so where are the tacos? And there was a döner shop. It's very similar to tacos de trompo. I had friends that played in Frankfurt and we'd play each other and then they would spend the night. And everybody was like, yes, let's go. I would take them to the döner shop. There was rumors of 4 international players going to be with the practice squad from the NFL. 2 days later, Coach Jim Tamzula said Rolando Cantú, the Mexican player, is going to go to the Arizona Cardinals. It was emotional because every time you dedicated time to this dream, it was right there in front of you. The first thing I got was, so, hey, what island are you from? I said, island? I'm Mexican. Oh, so you're a kicker? Really? I'm 6'5", I weigh 340 pounds. I'm not going to be kicking the ball. The last week of the regular season, coach said, hey, let me see what you got. You're active this week. This is why you prepared all your entire life for, to play in the NFL. We made history. I became the first Mexican non-kicker to ever play in the NFL from a Mexican college league. I was ecstatic. Going into my 2006 season in training camp, I blew my knee. I remember my injury every time I see an NFL game. When you see that cart go in, well, that cart went in for me in training camp. I would do it all over again. I think the whole process of me coming to the Cardinals and just dreaming big and becoming that NFL player from Mexico, that really pushed me to go into broadcasting and leave a footprint in the football community in Mexico and the U.S. I know there's other football players in Mexico that can have the same dream. It'll be my 14th annual kids camp in Monterrey. It's a blessing because I see how we inspire these kids to continue to have that dream. I can relate to them. I know what they're going through. I think it's 0.02% chance of you making it into the NFL from a U.S. college. I wonder what those odds are coming from a Mexican college. 0. If you work constantly towards your dream, that'll put you in the right position to succeed. And I think that's what has gotten me to this point. And everything is because of American football.